documenting Metamorphosis. What day is it? It's Easter Sunday, whatever the date is there. So we had Easter Saturday last night and had an extra training because the venue's not available next week. Even though I've found another venue, I've organised another venue, so hopefully we'll be training next week. But anyway, we had this extra training and I was very enthusiastic. As soon as I got asked the other day, I'm like, yes, I'll be there, yep, for sure. That's the most important thing of my Easter. If another training, I'll train every day that you're willing to train me while I'm in Brisbane. And I don't think she put it on just for me, but you know, that was a sort of the start. That's what gave a bit of oomph, I know, because she didn't hear back from Shane for a couple of days, and Jaden was going away, so, and Alicia's away. So, you know, there's something there that Jackie considers me, and she trains me. So she must see something worthwhile in it to have me come and join. And I'm sincere. I feel pretty just whacked. Not exhausted. I feel a lot better than I felt for quite a while. I haven't had that much sleep this week. A few hours broken sleeps. I've been broken sleeps for a long time. That's basically the whole summer, but a lot of disturbance this week, and the sun. There's a lot of flares, and then all the other things that have been going on as well, which take me half an hour to explain. It was big, and the full moon eclipse, man, that was pretty full on. So that's kind of where it starts. But I meant to start this video by saying I'm here. I'll come back to that. I meant to say I'm here. We've got these solar panels going. My mate who's been staying here, been away, and he came back, and I dumped all the stuff in front of him. Like 20 minutes after we got here, we were having a cup of coffee, because I was just like, right, sorting something out with this, or get rid of it, you know, just got to be clear. And so here I am. We got these solar panels, we got these batteries, and we've got this charge controller, and I've got two charge controllers, but he went and got this one because he can do this thing, you know, and it's all been done properly. So that's an interesting thing. It's like, yeah, because just sort of jimmy something up with what you've got, you know. I don't want to talk for too long, but there's a lot that I'm trying to contain into a short clip. And plus, I'm pretty fucked. I want to go to sleep. I'm going to sleep the whole day. Hopefully, because it's Easter Sunday. It's going to be nice and quiet. Everyone's going to be off doing their whatever they're doing, and a bit cooler. So I haven't gone to bed yet. After last night, Sunday morning, it's like the sun's just rising. So the early riser woke up and we have coffee and checking charge control. And this panel seems to get some kind of charge in the dark. So it's quite amazing. And I would say that's possibly got something to do with the solar flares. You see, you get these waves come out, so they're not facing the Earth. Like this flare that went off wasn't facing the Earth. It's sort of just off. But it shoots out these protons that go in the solar wind and collect the Earth. And so suddenly we're like, fuck, I've got the shits with my closest friend. Ah! Why? Why have I got the shits with my closest friend? I don't actually have the shits with my closest friend, but why? But you know what? I'm not facilitating their bullshit anymore. So I could be like, oh yes, that's all good. Or no worries, yes. But no, I'm just going to talk about why you just asked me that question and what you think and what has been going on in your mind to bring you to the point of asking that question. Because this is the situation that I have as my life. And this is what inspired the thing. And so there's the puppy on top of this pile of rubbish. Now this is not my rubbish. This is someone else's rubbish that I said, just use this place, sort yourself out. You know, like 3 or 4 days, clear it all out. It's been like 3 months. It became my rubbish, you know, as soon as it got dumped there. And it is my rubbish. And I went to do it the next day. I went to clean it up, and the weather just, boom, dropped 50 mils twice. So it's been 3 months. And this is what inspires it. And so I was sitting here and look at this squalor. And I have this in my hand because I was looking at a way to prop this up, and I have this thing of movement, you see. It wants to move naturally. But I've been doing some movement enough in this different way. But anyway, I'm not going to go all over the place. You get this picture. We got electricity now. You can like charge things like that. And got this banana. You can charge 4 USBs at the same time at 2.1 amps. That's a monumental step up. I mean, like I'm using my car battery, not just my car, a fast charger, and the car battery's been dead for months and months. But my friend lent me a projector, little start your car like battery pack thing, and don't actually need to go buy another battery right now. And I've been living without electricity for a long time. Now, this dead battery is holding 12.2 volts in the dark, and this one is holding 10 volts, and it's deep cycle. So I have this massive step forward. You see, all this stuff that I've not been able to deal with. You know, like after that week of the rain where I was, you know, put everything into it, just hardly training. I've been making concerted effort this week to pick up the staff and take it out when I take the dogs out for a run. It's just so I swing it around, just like this. See, isn't it? I'm not able to do any kind of martial arts stuff like this. Well, you can. But I suppose it is martial arts. It's good to feel like moving. That's what I'm saying. Now, so back to starting with Monday. And just this agitation, no real reason for it. Not like short and agitated and frustrated and impatient that much. Not noticeable, not noticing traffic is a little bit slower and all that, and no, but not too bad. But these days, normally I'm just harmony with the traffic, no matter what it is. But then sometimes you just get these moments, and you notice that because you're not actually in a rush. Then you're not actually late, but it's like, oh, the energy should be moving. The energy is there. The current is there for it to move, but it's not. So that was sort of there a bit last week, I noticed. Just, even though it's cooler now. So this is what gives you a look at yourself. And then I really snapped at the dogs a few times, and out of nowhere. And something a bit more than playing that role, so that you've got to be that kind of character for them. You got to, here, come here. You know, we're not actually angry. And so I said a few things to a few people. And then I felt like I was a real callous bastard. But then I'm thinking about what it was, and it's like when I said it, I was clear and expressing sincerely and honestly and encouraging and accepted. And I felt that I was saying these things from a point of complete acceptance and having seen people for who they are and what they are for a long time, and now in this case going, you know, well, I've been playing along with your thing to when it comes up, so that I'm facilitating you and making you feel comfortable. And so I'll do that now, but part of it is, let's just have a look at what you're doing and where you might think that energy could lead in an interaction, and what is that energy in you, because it's always there. You know, it's got that look on your face, you got that frown, hold your neck a particular way. This is what we do in life. Then it's always there. So I said that to a few people, and I don't know why I didn't say it. It's like that's what was available to be said, based on what the relationship dynamics were at that point in time. That's what the method of communication was able to go through certain context. So I pulled my head in like on Tuesday. Monday was pretty full on. Like there's some pretty full on energy, like, and it's like that could be a lifetime thing with someone that you love really dearly and you're close to, and like a few people that you love really dearly and are close to in all different capacities, and have been in all different capacities with some of them in the past. You know, there's like 3 or 4 people, it's like maybe 5 people. But they seem to get it in the end. But very much at risk of talking about the truth, telling people the truth, then you can lose your closest friends. I think in that regard, I've been for a good 8 years, 7, 6, 5, a good few years, I've been very respectful and sensitive and diligent, but still, you never know really what's going on for another person. And I have to admit, with this point I'm making, it's a societal morality based kind of idea. This is the kind of person that I should be. You know, I'm wearing these kinds of shoes and with these jeans on. So I finished training last night and I've chucked these jeans on and grabbed this shirt, and that's because that's what you do, you see. I was wearing this shirt for training. It's like the buttons are not fully done up, but it doesn't matter because I'm wearing a nice shirt. This is what you do when you go out into the world. It doesn't matter what's going like this because I can fit still with the world. But there are still these incongruences that I'm finding are just suddenly not there, and instead there's something that's transformed. And there was a building alarm the other night. 45 minutes, and then it half went off, and then it came back on again for like another half an hour. 3 o'clock in the morning, for like 4 kilometers around it. It was a hell of a disturbance. Straight to evacuate now. Things like that give you a good opportunity to have a look at yourself. Ringing up your friend and lover and seeing if she wants lunch, and then end up having this fucking weird 20-minute conversation because you stay on the phone. It's like, lunch, yes, no, okay, bye. But then there's all this other, and I just play along. But I don't know, so you just don't know. Like, we don't really get to have a look at ourselves until certain things happen. And even astrologers that are studying all this stuff all the time and then putting up hour-long YouTube videos and living and breathing this astrology and talking about what's coming up, and we've got this eclipse in whatever, blah blah blah, the planets and star signs and all that stuff. I don't like, so I understand what I'm listening to, but I can't remember it. Yeah, even those guys that are so fully like, this is what I'm living in now, this is coming, it's at 12:42 p.m, so be there. Well, still, it's not until you get the hindsight that you sort of like, oh, right. That's if you are able to even see that. And sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees because we're looking so hard and we're so intentionally trying to create something and forcefully create it, because that's what we're taught to do. So we got 6 days later, and I think I did pretty well. I learnt my lesson. I just shut up. I stopped. I didn't have anything else to say after Monday to anyone. So that was all right. And it all come good. Well, I did actually have a lot to say, and just sort of follow up. Like, the message is that you're loved and accepted and valued, and I'm seeing you like this for ages, and I'm seeing how you are, but I'm just like, I'm not just playing along with your bullshit anymore, without you knowing that this is what you're bringing to the table. And so that does work out. If you've got people in your life like that, then it does actually work out, because I've done that with 4 people this week, like on Monday, and well, not all Monday, some of like the week before, but in quick enough succession, and they're all come about. They got their cogs are turning over in the mind. They're thinking about it in their own time, and they got their mind made up about all this kind of stuff. And then when you have a conversation, then you sort of realise just how misdirected we can be all the time. Every thought that we're assuming, every that we put off with our mind, that we volunteering our opinion as though we actually have an opinion that's worth being heard, and that it was asked for, and it's going to be of value, and it's not just going to be noise to somebody. And you see all this stuff here. I take full responsibility and acceptance for this. But then, this is the thing, like what this whole episode is about, because I haven't put the sign on the gate, but I was like, this is a thing that's hard to say to people, and you get to the point, you're right, well, no, I can say that to people now. But then, it can be a really nice guy this one day when they turn up, and hey brother, how you going? I got some food for you, we'll have some lunch and all this kind of stuff, and you forget to say, like, you're not entering this yard unless you get it in your head that all these opinions that you have, first of all, you need to think, number one, is my opinion valid? Number two, is my opinion worth hearing, even in a crisis situation? Number three, was my opinion asked for? Number four, is there time to express my opinion? Number five, how come I can't deal with all this other stuff, but I've got time to express an opinion about something I don't actually... Number six, do I actually know something about this or not? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a sign on the gate. That's about opinions. So before anyone comes inside this yard, because this is about opinions. And I don't really care about people's opinions. But then we're stuck with them. So there's kind of this bird, a bit like this toolbox. You see how there's this rust?